world is in an absolute panic as everyone prepares for Naruto and Hinata's wedding. It is hard to believe that we are only one episode away from the final episode of Naruto Shippuden. This is a milestone, and honestly, it's very bittersweet, as I do love the Naruto franchise. I'm not really a big fan of filler stories, and the latter half of the series was absolutely drenched with it. That being said, I have been watching the Naruto anime series since 2003, and I've become very attached to these characters to the point where I don't even see them as fictional characters anymore. I see them as my actual friends, and I can understand the feelings of a lot of the main characters in this episode, as they're sort of between a rock and a hard place, as they want to attend Naruto and Hinata's wedding, and of course, there have to be some of them who can't attend the wedding, so they have to perform guard duty. They do have a ninja village after all, and most of this episode is basically dedicated to them freaking out and wondering what the hell are they going to do. And of course, Hinata made her grand appearance in this episode, and my god is she just so freaking adorable! Hinata is one of those rare cases where she happens to be incredibly just gorgeous and cute all at the same time, and you got to see a lot of her best qualities in this episode, as a number of characters almost give up the fact that everyone's been going on these secret missions to get Naruto and Hinata these extravagant gifts, and it certainly is played for laughs. That and the fact that you have Konohamaru, who's still going around the villages, trying to get everybody's message on camera, including Iruka, who still can't quite figure out what to say, and it isn't until the very end of the episode that Iruka is influenced by the power of friendship that Naruto has given to the village, the olive branch that he has extended to all of the other villages, making friends with people like Gaara, that he has finally decided this is what he's going to do. He is going to attend the wedding as his friend. He also manages to make Hinata feel happy, which I think is a great moment considering that this is another great teacher-student moment. We have to remember that all of these students went to school with Iruka. He was basically their instructor, so it was really great that they were able to do a good callback to that. And then you have Kakashi, who is really funny throughout the entire episode, as he is just constantly shitting a brick, trying to figure out how he's going to handle this situation, and his expressions in this episode were certainly fantastic, especially his panicked ones when he was running into Hinata multiple times, trying not to say anything which would ruin the big surprise. We even get to see Tsunade return in this episode, and I'm really glad that she's back. I'm glad that they're at least acknowledging her existence. She was the 5th Hokage, after all, and one of the more memorable characters from the Naruto series. But by the end of the episode, they come up with a grand solution where a lot of the different ninja from all the villages are going to be doing guard duty for this big wedding. And I especially love the scene how this happens, where Kakashi actually travels to the Hidden Sand Village, and he actually prostrates himself before Gaara, asking for his permission. And then Konohamaru just comes in with a camera and completely freaks out Gaara. He runs away and washes everyone away with a massive wave of sand. It was a really funny way to end this episode. It also really helped that this one had some fantastic production value behind it. So, what's the rundown on this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden? Another episode that was made for fans of the series, for people who grew up watching these characters and loving everything about them. And that's exactly why I loved this episode so much. All of that, and all just the tiny little details. That and the fact that the production value, especially the art direction of this episode, was brilliant in my opinion. Whether it was the beautiful scenes during the daytime in Konoha Village, or that fantastically beautiful scene with Kakashi, Hinata, and Iruka when they were hanging out down by that bank. More so the scene with Iruka and Hinata, just the sunset looked absolutely beautiful. Like some of the previous episodes, it is a little weird that Naruto has yet to make an appearance in these episodes, and it looks like he's going to be relegated to appearing only in the final one. I hope he has some good dialogue as well. I really can't wait to see some of these great moments, and obviously, I can't wait to see what's going to happen when both him and Hinata become husband and wife, as this is something that no one's ever seen before. It was only hinted at in the end credits of a Naruto movie, so I can't wait to see how it's going to play out, and it looks like it's going to have great production value as well. And I'm still coming to the grips with the fact that Naruto's ending. I mean, this series has been a part of my life for so long. I've been watching it every single week. I've been collecting the DVDs. I've always been a big fan of the manga version. And it's not really going to end with the brand new Boruto anime series that's coming out. But this is the beginning of, like, a brand new era. It's mostly going to focus on Boruto and his friends, with all the classic Naruto characters probably being relegated to being in the background. That's not to say they won't have any development, and hell, they might even do something that pushes them to even greater heights. But that remains to be seen. What I will say is this episode was just a perfect demonstration of why these characters are so lovable, why they have such a strong connection, and it's all because of Naruto, who manages to have a connection with every single person in Konoha Village, as well as everybody from the entire ninja world. He has really extended his friendship that long, and it's great to see the influence that he's had on the series, especially for those who've been watching this since the very beginning, where Naruto was seen as basically nothing more than a turd on the side of the street. No one cared about him. No one even talked to him or even looked in his general direction except for Hinata. And finally, it's coming to fruition. Ever since her infatuation with that character, she is going to marry the man that she loves. And like I said, it's cheesy as hell, but it feels like actually going to one of my best friend's wedding. I know the feeling. I've been there before. So, guys, this was a very pleasant episode of Naruto Shippuden. It's not going to be anyone's favorite episode, I think. It's not like a big action episode or anything. It's an episode that's for people who've been watching this series since the very beginning, who've loved these characters more than just for what they do in really cool kick-ass ninja fights, for being just themselves, for being pleasant, for being well thought out. And frankly, just, it's a great feeling. I really love it, and I can't wait to see how the series is going to wrap up. A lot of people have been speculating if the final episode is just going to be the wedding, or if we're going to have a big epilogue scene where we actually get to see the final chapter of the Naruto manga series, which I'm very curious to see if that's going to happen. I don't want to throw any spoilers out there or anything, but there is a final chapter of the Naruto manga which does take place after this wedding in a significant time skip that leads into the Boruto anime series, which is basically a glorified introduction to a lot of those main characters. And I can't wait to see if they're going to give us that, if that's what they're going to tease us with, if this is going to be like a longer episode than usual. I just can't wait to see how it's going to end, and I also like the fact that it's ending at a nice 500 episodes. You combine that with the classic episodes of the series, you got 720 episodes of Naruto. That's a lot of ninja action to digest. So, like I said, this was a pleasant episode before the big wedding between Naruto and Hinata. It was a beautiful episode in terms of the art direction, and chances are if you have a favorite main character from the series, they appeared in this episode, and they usually did something kind of funny, or at least something very nice. So, great episode in my opinion. I know not everybody's going to like it. It was a little slow, and honestly, not that much happened, but as a Naruto fan, I'm pretty damn satisfied by it. I'm going to give this one right here a 4 out of 5. Check it out, Naruto fans. If any of you guys did watch this episode, please tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. Are you excited for the wedding between Naruto and Hinata? What do you want to see from the final episode? Are you going to be crying when it ends, or are you going to be getting super excited for the new Boruto anime series? Make sure to tell me all of your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things Naruto related. Make sure to stay tuned. I will be reviewing the Boruto anime series. Please leave me a comment or two. I would love to chat with you guys about this week's episode and beyond. And of course, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I will see you guys next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.